For example, so speaking from the background of like Samkhya, as you mentioned, if I am facing a situation where I'm bound to feel anxious, depressed, anger, there's multiple scenarios that could happen. Okay, I disassociate myself from there. And intellectually, I tell myself, you know what, this will pass, this is transient, I'm not that, this is just an outer experience, I'm pure. But the problem is, and I've experienced this even the last few months, that those chemical reactions in the body still happen. For example, I'm sure the viewers can relate when you feel anxious, you get like heart racing happens, heart pumping happens, you get butterflies in the stomach. So how come this truth, even if I know it, is on stopping these chemicals?
Two answers. One from the Sankhyan. What would the Sankhyan say to that? And what would an Advaitin say to that? It's a very good question. Just understanding that I am the witness to it does not stop it. And do we want to stop it? Is it possible to stop it? What the Sankhyan does is to know that I am not it. Let it come, let it be, let it go. That would be the Sankhyan approach. I am not it. I'm not concerned about what's happening there on the tape. If something is happening, watch it. But it's not me. I'm not involved in it. Now the yogi takes it a step further. The yogi actually stops it. Stops it in the sense, the yogi tries to enter into samadhi, where you cut out the world. The yogi says, the eyes want to see. The yogi says, no, I will not see. The ears want to hear. The nose wants to smell. The tongue wants to taste. The yogi says, stop. I will not allow the sense organs to come in contact with the objects, which will generate experiences, pleasant and painful. Then the mind wants to think. Intellect wants to understand. Stop it. Still the mind. In absolute stillness. And of course, the purpose of the stillness is not to find peace. The purpose of the stillness in yoga is what is called Viveka Khyati, the appreciation of the distinction between the body, mind, and consciousness. You are witness consciousness, Purusha, and the body, mind is Prakriti. This distinction becomes clear to the yogi in Samadhi. But anyway, peace is found, the problems are solved in Samadhi. How about solving the problems while experiencing the world? Is it possible that I can experience the world as it is going on? The heat and the cold. Delhi is terribly hot today. And the hunger and thirst, pleasure and pain, illness and health, and the ups and downs of the mind. All of them. Is it possible that we'll all go on, yet I can say I am fine? Is it possible? Advaita says yes. This is the beauty, the power of Advaita. Advaita says, right here in the midst of life, I'm still fine. I don't need to shut down life. I don't even need to separate myself from life. I can live life vigorously, do whatever has to be done, and be perfectly happy when nothing has to be done. And in both cases, be fine with it. Is it possible? Advaita said yes. One monk said, अद्वैत प्रतीति को मिटाने के लिए नहीं है. अद्वैत आपको प्रतीति में निर्बाध बनाता है, व्यवहार में निर्बाध बनाता है. What it means is, Advaita is not for the sake of wiping out the world experience. Advaita is for the sake of becoming free, fearless, joyful in the middle of the world experience. Notice the great enlightened ones, whether it is Vivekananda, Ramana Maharshi and others, and going back to ancient times, all of them. Even for most of the time, they were not in Samadhi. I've been eyes closed kind of Samadhi. They were engaged with the world. Whether it's a peaceful sage like Ramana or a dynamic monk like Vivekananda. But if you ask them, with these eyes open when you are looking at the world and engaging with the world, is it a troublesome state and eyes closed is a better state? If they would say that, then the Sankhyan has a point, the yogi has a point. But they never said that. Sri Ramakrishna said, with eyes open and eyes closed, you see the same God. Vivekananda said, the test of Vedanta, in his paraphrasing Vivekananda, is to be perfectly serene in the midst of tremendous action. But one need not be afraid of the world will disturb my peace and make me unhappy. No. I can be in the midst of, he says, the busy street. Today would have said the busy street in Gurgaon. Vivekananda said, a busy street in New York in those days. And my mind may be as if I were meditating in the heights of the Himalayas. You might say, how? How can you have so many ups and downs? How can you be happy in the midst of misery? If misery is there, by definition, happiness is not there. So how can you be happy in the midst of misery? But if I'm aware of everything and the misery is there, how can there be happiness? Advaita says, it's possible.